Hello everyone, and we're there. We're finally there, halfway point, 26 weeks today since I had my procedure done. And my hair looks a state. I've not put anything in it because I thought it'd be good to show you what it looks like naturally, au naturel. I've got a few comments on the previous videos that I'm going to kind of cover on this, but first of all, I thought I'd show you how it looks now. And then I'll kind of put some stuff in it so you see how it looks day to day, and then I'll go through those questions or comments or whatever. So here we are. This is 26 weeks, 6 months, halfway point, and I'll try and get as many kind of views of it as possible. But yeah, it's looking banging. I'm really happy with it. I've been styling it, having haircuts, tried a few different things out, some better than others. But yeah, this is far ahead of what I thought I could possibly have at this point in the journey. Try to get the crown rather, which isn't as dense, but we know that takes up to 18 months to come through. I'm going to watch that back now. It's probably not going to be good enough, is it? Yeah. So just as a reminder, because I think I haven't really done this, each stage you've seen as it was at that point, but I've not really compared back much. So this is what it looked like on the day of the surgery before it was shaved. So front, so this kind of view, and then the crown, so this kind of view. And I'll just do a side to side. I can't do that. I can't put two pictures on a side to side. So you can see just how far it's come. It's pretty amazing. So yeah, this isn't what it looks like day to day. This is what it looks like first in the morning after I've had a shower, and then just naturally let it dry, and it gets a little bit boofy. So give me a minute and I'll put some stuff in it and I'll show you how it looks when I face the world. I'm back in the room. So this is how it looks day to day when I'm out and about. It's like, I mean, a lot of you probably think that's boring haircut, but it's the nicest hair I've ever had in my life, if I'm quite honest. This is what I look like day to day when I style it. I'm trying to go a little bit longer because I want a little bit more kind of, hanging down here. Although it's weird that I want stuff hanging down when I actually have a hairline that only comes to here, whereas even as a kid it was up here. But yeah, this is how it looks. So without further ado, go on to some of the comments that I've got here on YouTube. Now this one makes me laugh, and no offence to the person who put this on here. I'll read it out first. Someone said, are there any doubles or trebles in the hairline? The hairline is slightly unnatural looking, but hopefully it will thicken up and become less noticeable. If it doesn't, you could possibly style it to the side or down if you care. So I've not taken offence at this, but it did make me chuckle. And the reason is because I see on a lot of forums where people talk about hair transplants, people become really obsessed and they forget that no one looks at your hair as much as you look at your hair. So first to answer the question, I had a quite close look. There are some doubles in there, but they mostly seem to be singles. As for it looking unnatural, I don't think it does. And nobody I've told who didn't know I had one was like, oh yeah, I noticed. Like everyone was like, oh my god, really? So I think maybe in the hair transplant community, maybe it's something that people are a little bit more skeptical of. Or no, not skeptical. People scrutinise a bit more and look a bit more closely. But honestly, as far as I'm concerned, no one's going to look at my hair as much as I do, or overanalyze it as much as I do, and I'm happy with it. So I'm not particularly bothered. If you think it looks a bit unnatural, that's cool. I'm not angry about it. Someone else said, which month did you see the hair really growing up? I'm at month 3 and not much hair growth yet. It is different to everyone, but around month 4 is when mine really just kind of went wow out of nowhere. It was just suddenly growing really thick and dark. And I've noticed online that seems to happen for a lot of people, but it isn't the rule. So if you've got to month 4 and it isn't growing that much, don't stress about it. Some people don't experience proper density and growth until month 6, so don't panic. Someone else asked, have you buzzed the the transplanted area too? Yes, I buzzed it all over to get it down to one length a couple of times early on. Not until after 4 weeks, as that was advised by the surgeon. But yeah, donor area is all good as well. Is the scalp red or pink? We had a bit of a back and forth on this. It was quite pink for a while, and it was like kind of pink and scaly. I noticed that Nizoral helped quite a lot. But then my other half had his done, and his wasn't pink or and scaly for long at all. So again, I think it depends on you, right, and your physiology. But it's not now. It's basically sort of normal now, which is good. On some of the old videos, someone said your social media links don't work. I've updated those now. So if you do want to message me and ask me anything one-on-one, please feel free. I actually get quite a lot of messages now, which is nice, and people going and having their surgeries and feeling as empowered and happy as I am, which is great. Someone has mentioned about packages that some of the places try and sell you with your hair transplant. I've not replied to this one yet, and the person's having the surgery today, so I should do that quickly. I see this a lot, that people will be offered loads of extras. What I would say is, before getting your surgery, do your research, because a lot of this stuff you can actually find online really, really cheaply. So like biotin, minoxidil, all that kind of stuff, you can just buy it from like Amazon or from Boots or wherever, like, you know, Holland Barrett, wherever your local health food store is. They're massively marked up, as I, not in my experience, because I've not been to one of these clinics in Turkey, but from what I see, they're massively marked up, and you can actually just get this stuff fairly cheaply. Someone said, would you cut your hair with clippers to see how it is? Like a 3 or 4 would be nice. I mean, I like growing it long, so like I say, I want this little. Yeah, I like having it longer. I won't be clippering it all over. I've spent years with very short hair because I had no choice, so now making the most of it. Someone else said would like to have seen the vertex, and I googled this, and apparently that means the crown. So I've shown the crown. Actually, I thought I showed it in the last video, but hopefully that's satisfied your curiosity. As I said, you know, it can take up to 18 months for the crown to get to its full density, but right now I'm really happy with how it is. Like, if it doesn't get any thicker now, I won't particularly be bothered, because it just, I'm not looking for perfection. I'm looking to have the visual aesthetic of a man my age who didn't lose his hair, and I've got that. Been asked several times, and I've answered it in several videos, but I think maybe I need to mention this in each video. Do I take minoxidil or finasteride? I don't use minoxidil. I tried it before. It just didn't do anything for me. I used it for about 6 months, and it really did nothing. Actually, no, it's probably longer. It's probably like 9 months. Flushed a lot of water down the toilet. Flushed a lot of money down the toilet with that one. I am on finasteride. I have been for 4 years. I have no side effects, and it stopped my hair loss. It stabilised my hair loss before I had the surgery. So that's it. Done. 6 months. Looking great. What I've read online now, the next kind of stage is about the hairs getting thicker. So I do actually notice that the hairs here are a lot thinner than the hairs in the donor area. They're not like super thin, but they are not as thick as these. So in the next 3 to 6 months, these should get thicker, which I don't know how I'm going to cope with even thicker hair, because I'm already, having to put the old putty in there to train it. But I've got that to look forward to. And the other thing is kind of training my hair to sit right, because it all does stand up a little bit. So I've been using wax to kind of flatten it a little bit and push it over to this side rather than it all kind of standing up. But that's to be expected, really. So as usual, I think I've only managed to remember to do this once before. It would be really helpful if you would subscribe, comment, like, all that kind of stuff. It does actually help YouTube creators. Not that I'm a creator, but my videos seem to be doing okay. So so if you wouldn't mind doing that, that'd be fantastic. As usual, my socials are in the comments. If you want to contact me, honestly, it's fine. People always seem to apologise when they contact me. Oh, sorry, didn't mean to bother you. It's fine. I wouldn't do these things if I didn't want to put this out there. I wish I'd had someone to chat to about it before I had it done, before I took that leap of faith. So please reach out. Otherwise, take care and see you in a couple of months. Ta-ra.